Well, my first app this week is called DiskUsage, and it's one word, and it is free. So I'm going free week this week, Dave.
I like it.
All the way.
Free apping.
That's right. So let's pull up the gadget cam here. Get my stuff situated. So they got like a cool icon on this thing. Let me back up here. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a square,
Oh, yeah.
and it's
Square.
almost like a pie chart thing on the square.
Uh-huh.
So you can view your external card or app storage. It'll tell you, like if I hit app storage here, and it should break down the, yeah, it takes a second to scan. And this is what you might call a high-end Android phone. And it still takes a second because it's got to go through every single directory that you have, every single app.
Mm-hmm.
But this is going to tell you where, yeah, this is taking a long time. This is
It
going to
is.
tell you where all your stuff is stored, like
Okay.
what's taking up all your space.
Huh.
And I don't know about you, but it's something that a lot of people think about when they run out of space or they see that memory is getting low, or they just happen to be flipping through their settings or whatever. So let's see. This right here, it's the internal memory is what it is. They've changed the name to app storage. And you can see this whole
wow.
chunk on the top is application stuff. I don't know if I switch it sideways, if I can get a different zoom. There we go. I can pinch to zoom in and out to
Oh,
look
that's
at the
crazy.
individual stuff. So this chunk is applications, and then I have some smaller stuff down here, system data and free space. So I've
Ooh.
used 282 megs of space for applications, and 44 megs free, but I don't have a bunch of stuff moved to my SD card,
Mhm.
so I can get in and do that. But then over here, it'll display like your apps listed by
No way.
the largest ones and just going in
Oh, that's cool.
descending order and how much space exactly they're using. Like,
Wow.
the biggest one for me is Pocket God.
This would drive Steve Jobs crazy
Why?
because he hates any. If you have to manage your phone, it's broken.
Right?
Yeah, right. But look at that. I mean, it's cool. It's just cool looking.
So let me switch to
Ooh,
my external card. This will take a second to scan again. As we saw on the last one, it's a pretty long and boring process. So
Yes, it is. That's why we're watching you instead.
I'm going to take a break to cough. Let's watch you for a second. Or me, whatever.
There we go.
So still scanning directories. Here we go.
Boom. That was a nice animation too.
So yeah, it shows SD card. The biggest one for me is Syncer. I use iSyncer to sync
Mhm.
up all my music, so that goes all in the Syncer folder, and then it shows you Syncer organizes the stuff by artist. So just by the way that app works, you can go in and see like what artists are using up the most space on your phone.
Uh-huh.
So that's pretty cool. So I can scroll down past that. My next one is an Android. I have like 3 backups living on my phone right there. And it
Mhm.
shows you a couple layers down. Boom. Android, and then a subfolder that it's all stored in, and then all those backups. But that gives you an idea how much space your backups are taking compared to your music. Look, it's pretty even on my phone.
Right.
So I could pull some of these backups off, keep them on a computer, just keep my recent backup on here.
Uh-huh.
So, and I have a couple of custom ROMs that I have in this folder called Old Zips. And then there's apps to SD down here, which is where the app data gets moved off to your SD card. 128 megabytes of storage used on that. So,
Oh, not bad.
yeah. But if you think about it, though, if I didn't have any apps moved to SD, I would totally be out of memory
Yeah,
on my phone.
you would.
So, yay for Android 2.2.
Hooray.
So, the biggest one is free space. You got like over 2 gigs of free space.
Good. Good to know.
So,
That is amazing that you can get that much detail just within that app.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
really can see what you're...
And at the top, you can't really make it out on the video here, but it says 60, like it says, what, download? Yeah, so when you click on one of the directories, it'll tell you exactly how big it is. Like this is the SD card directory, 7,577 megabytes with 45 directories in it.
Mhm.
but like I can go over here and click iSyncer, and it kind of automatically zooms up to that directory. If I click over here on like the Incubus one inside there, zooms in on that, shows me I'm using 204 megabytes for Incubus, 4 directories, which happen to be 4 albums. So you can make a decision. I'm using far too much space on Incubus. I think I'm going to reduce it.
Absolutely.
So it's a pretty cool app, especially for free. I would pay money for this. So
DiskUsage.
Yeah, DiskUsage for free on the Android market.